shit on W Balls, W Balls, W Balls.
What's up? What's up? New Zealand! Let's go! What's up, world? Welcome to the #1 podcast in the country. Y'all already know what it is. We do it like this, Poppin', stoppin', poppin' like a rabbit. When I take the Dino Rush, you know I got to have it. I lay back in the cut to retain myself. I think about the shit and I think it well. What's up, what's up, what's up? How you gone? How you gone? How you going? Welcome to Off the Top,
the podcast nobody wanted,
but everybody asked for. My name is SESH.
I'm Alex.
And welcome to our podcast again with another welcome.
What an intro you had there.
Yes, it was pretty well thought out, wasn't it? No.
Yeah, we're back for another episode.
We are back. How you gone? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I think our episode 1 was received well.
Yes.
People liked it.
Yes,
a few
they
people
did.
didn't like it, which was bound to happen.
We got more than 1,000 views, so that was a good thing.
Nah, I'm feeling good. How are you feeling?
No, I'm feeling good. I'm really grateful for everybody that tuned into the first episode, everybody that sent through kind messages, texts, blah, 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 blah. We really, really appreciated that, and it really gave us some more confidence to film episode 2, which you are currently watching now.
We're filming this Easter weekend. How was your weekend?
Yes, my weekend was really good. My weekend was great. Actually, no, I just stayed home with the kids, really.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, what did you get up to?
I went to Whakatane to visit some friends that live there, and Whakatane people, they don't play. They do not play around. So, no, it was a really awesome weekend, and shout out to everyone there as well.
Did you do anything fun?
Yeah, heaps of fun. Just like walks and other fun walks.
That sounds fucking dumb.
No, it was a wholesome weekend. That's what I will say.
Oh, that's great. I thought like you, I don't know, would have went to an amusement park or done some...
Whakatane.
I don't fucking know what's happening. I thought we would recap on the last episode and just, I know we went over a brief little summary of how we were feeling about it, but I thought we'd just touch bases on episode 1 since it was our first little pilot.
No, I mean, I liked our first episode. I think it was a really good attempt at something that we're both very passionate about and something that we both want to have longevity in. I know you're not supposed to read the comments, but I'm like 12, so I read the comments.
Yep.
And I saw a few people saying, are you guys going to talk about serious topics? Are you guys going to talk about, what Nate does a lot of the content on his Instagram? I saw some people saying, not sure about Alex, let Sesh talk more. And I'm always down for a deep kōrero. I love to have chats about real things that are happening, especially things that are happening in New Zealand.
I'm the same as Alex. I had a little skim through the comments. I'm not really a comments guy. I don't care what you guys say. So long as everyone's watching, that's all that matters to me. I obviously went through some of the comments just because it was our first episode.
Yeah.
And we were both a bit, my mate over here was fucking nervous. Now I get to say that on this episode. My mate over here sent me a text the night before. Oh, I'm shitting myself. I don't know what to do. I can't stop shitting. No, so we really wanted to create something here where we could just have some fun, and hopefully tap into mainly the younger generation and stuff like that. And eventually we want to have guests on. Obviously, we would like to speak to different people. But right now we're just trying to build. We're just trying to build something. Literally was our first episode.
Yeah.
And I mean, we already got a couple offers from people that we're not allowed to talk about. But we got offers and stuff like that off of one episode. So we were just really thankful and grateful that people are actually tuned in.
I think a lot of people as well were expecting Nathan to talk about, the things that he talks about on his Instagram. And I knew that I saw that a couple of people were a little bit, not angry, but kind of just upset with how... I mean, me and Nathan have very different opinions, but we also have very similar opinions in that sense. And I saw a couple of people be like, well, I think Nathan should just get a co-host with bigger balls. Well, one, I'm a woman, so I don't have balls. And two, even if I did, your dad would still like them.
Huh? Whose dad likes what balls? But yeah, like I said, overall, throughout like the year, you are going to obviously see what this evolves into and what I have and what we have planned. But right now, we're just warming up. We're still. Well, I'm a little bit still nervous. And I'm sweating under this fucking cool blue jacket that I look sexy in. But we just got to do what we got to do. I went live on my Instagram probably a couple days after we showed the first episode.
Yeah, like 3-4 days.
Something like that, yeah. And I had people instantly on there like, why are you talking about Will Smith? He's part of the Illuminati. And why are you doing this? This just sounds like radio. And bing, 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 bing. And it's just like, first off, hold up. If you're that mad, if you're that mad about what I'm doing and what I'm trying to create and, you're not pushing the right message, well, you start a fucking podcast. Serious. You start one and then you let me know how it goes and show me how many people watch it. I know a lot of people thought, especially my followers, they thought that I was going to create some type of Joe Rogan-y kind of podcast.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I thought about it. I sat with myself and I was like, maybe this is my calling. Maybe this is what I need to do. Maybe I need to go out there and talk to doctors and lawyers and all these scientific people and blah, blah, blah. But you know why it works with Joe Rogan is because he is Joe Rogan. And do you know why it wouldn't work with me? Because I am not Joe Rogan. I am me. You like me for me. And I like being me. So if I went on this platform and I created something and I'm like, so yes, doctor, tell us about this milligram of something that doesn't add up in the vaccine that's going to blah, blah, blah. I'd be fooling myself. I would be, because that's not who I am. Like, I am very interested, obviously, as you've seen in my content about, things that are wrong. And we will get to that stuff. But, tie ho, brother. Because, like, like I said, it was our first episode. You know what I mean? Like, let us warm into this whole little gig first. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I also think people weren't expecting you to do something, I guess, one, with another person, two, someone that's, I will say, like, I'm very a PG person. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't say things that Nathan would say on his social media. And I think that's really struck a lot of people because they were expecting the Joe Rogan experience with you. But I think that also relates to a lot of people because, it's different opinions and plus we work well together, but they weren't expecting you to do something like fun and hip and still talk about, things that are going on in mainstream media. I agree with you. I think people were expecting you to go, did you know that this vaccine?
Yeah. The podcast you guys wanted me to do, or some of you wanted me to do, which was rah this and rah that. And if you're going to do that, look, if you're going to have a podcast where you're just up here grilling people and trying to force feed them about information that they don't give a shit about, they're going to turn off. They are. I know there's a lot of freedom fighters out there, and there's a lot of you on my as my following that are like, why don't you do this? And you need to be more about this and be more about that. It's like, bro, like I said, you go do one like that then, because I'll tell you what's going to happen to that podcast. Nobody's going to watch it because you don't know how to give it to people so they can digest it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not consumable.
Yeah, if you're just screaming at people and telling them like, you need to do this and you need to wake up New Zealand and blah. People are just going to go,
no.
Bro, can you fuck off, bro? Like, I don't want to listen to that. But I'm talking to the fanatical, like, I'm a real freedom fighter. I've been doing this for 10 years and you just came along. And it's like, bro, if you've been doing this for 10 years, how come nobody knows who you are or knows what the hell you're doing? So I just wanted to come on here and quickly kind of like address that real quick, because it's just like...
It wasn't quick, but anyways.
Yeah.
I think it's just also a way that can be consumed the way that you want people to consume. Because when you do it through mainstream media, coming from a radio background, everything you hear is filtered. We are only allowed to talk about certain topics, even if we're very passionate about that topic and it's something that's very serious that's going on around New Zealand and around the country. We still might not be able to talk about it because it has to be filtered through the people above, which is why I think this podcast is a great platform, not only for you, but for me, because people will see a different side of me doing something with you. And I think doing this podcast, you're able to portray the message you want. Right.
She just summed it up right there. Like, the reason why I built this whole thing is so I'm the boss. We're the boss. I'm allowed to speak about whatever I want. If I took this podcast to mainstream media, you know what they would say? We like it, but how about you do a little bit of this, and it ends up not being my show and something that they wanted, and now I'm doing ads about, hey, Fano, it's so good to go get your vaccine right now because we're trying to get paid, and no, I'm not doing that, bro. Yeah. I'm not doing that. The reason why we talk about pop culture and stuff like that and new music and movies is because we're interested in that. We're humans. Like, what do you want me to go around? Oh, all of Disney, a bunch of rock spiders, and shut up, bro. We're human, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy movies. Is that a crime? I enjoy music. Is that a crime? Yes, I know a lot of it is just a facade, but I still enjoy it because that's my hobby. Just like your hobby is going around screaming at people that aren't going to listen to you. You got to have some type of balance, man. You can't just create a platform and start screaming your head off and expect people to be like, yeah, I want to watch this every time they drop.
Well, that's the thing. We wanted to create something that's not only consumable for audiences that appeal to what Nathan posts about on his Instagram, but also for people that are like me or people that are, parents and have families that have different opinions about what's going on in the world. We want this to be a podcast where you can turn it on a Saturday night instead of going out with your friends and still find it as enjoyable. Like, we want it to be a podcast where you can sit down with your friends and be like, these two are hilarious.
You're going to soon, realize what the hell is going on as time goes by. I'm sorry for getting a bit intense there, but...
Yeah, you did, and I just let you ramble on.
I went and saw Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
I was going to come. Didn't go, but how was it?
I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I think anybody who liked and enjoyed the first Sonic movie, you're going to enjoy Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Well, when the first Sonic the Hedgehog came out, there was this whole debacle about it, right? Because he didn't look like the original cartoon character. Is that correct?
No. So what happened was they put out the first trailer to the first Sonic movie and everybody had a hissy fit. They were like, this doesn't look like this. This shouldn't be this shouldn't be that, etc., right? So the studio changed the movie before it came out, and that's what we had in the first movie and the second movie, and everybody's happy.
How was it?
It was really good. I had so much fun with it, Like seeing Tails and Knuckles. Like, for me, I'm a kid who grew up on Sonic the Hedgehog. I used to play Sonic the Hedgehog and Alex the Kid when they were the only games you could get for free when you had a Sega Master System.
And for people that don't know what Sonic the Hedgehog is about, a really quick summary.
It's basically the Flash in this little hedgehog.
Oh. Okay, and what? He's got to go save the world, or?
Everybody has to save the world at some point. So, right. He uses rings to, go from one place to another place, from one world to another world. And, basically has a best friend who's a human. And, the rest of the story, something tragic happens. The bad guy comes along and he saves it. But just as, again, somebody who has been a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, for those that don't know, the Flash is my favorite, superhero character out of most of them. So, seeing Sonic and they it's kind of like the Flash and Sonic put together, really.
Is it a kid's movie? Well, you went and saw it. You're a big kid. But
one thing that Hollywood's getting right with these kids' movies is they're making the humor and jokes and stuff like that appeal to adults, because they know that adults have to take their kids in and blah, 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 blah. So it ends up being fun for everybody, you hear adult voices oh, that's and you're like, yeah, didn't you bring your kid here to watch this?
Supposedly that's Jim Carrey's last movie. Well, he said he was retiring.
So he said he's retiring unless a script comes along that says, I need to be in this movie. But for now, I think I need to just take a back seat. But that guy has always been a bit recently been drifting back from Hollywood a little bit.
Well, for sure. He's been doing that for a while because he's been outing a lot of stuff that supposedly goes on behind the scenes, as you say, Illuminati type stuff. He's been outing that for a very long time. And as soon as he started doing that, his movies started going down. He stopped really getting cast. I think he's a very interesting human being. I think he sees life through very different lenses.
Yeah, well, I've been a massive fan of Jim Carrey as well since Ace Ventura, The Mask.
Anyways, Sonic the Hedgehog out of 10, rating 4 off the top.
I would say a solid 7.5, 8.
It's 8.
I liked it. So I've been wanting to raise this topic with you over the last couple of weeks when I was thinking about what could we talk about. There is something that's been on my mind, and it's basically the propaganda that I've been seeing on the news and the media for the past, I guess, year and a half.
Right.
Strongly throughout the last year. And it's just been crazy. It just felt like, and it feels like all we've seen is just ads for vaccines, ads about COVID, ads about, it's like they really used all their marketing budget to make sure that we still know that it exists. And as somebody, you know, who doesn't really sit on the opposite fence but has different views, what are your thoughts about like do you think they do that on purpose? Do you think like it's all pre-planned? Do you think it's necessary? Like,
I see it on both ends. Supposedly, right? A deadly virus. When you say the word deadly on the news, of course people are going to shit their pants. I shit my pants when I heard that there was a deadly virus. I thought I was going to die if I caught it. Like when COVID first came out and people were saying it's this deadly virus, there are millions of people dying I was instantly scared. Fear was instilled in me by the people on the news, by our government officials, because they said that this was a deadly virus. So if a deadly virus is coming to our tiny nation, everyone's going to die. Like, that's just what I thought. And so when you hear that, and, you know, we are a small country, we've got a small health system, it can't be overloaded, it can't be overworked, I understand that aspect, and it is important. To the extent that we're showcasing it on social media and the news outlet, absolutely not. Like Nathan said, suicide in Aotearoa is the worst of any country. And you're not hearing about these people that are taking their lives every single day, every single second. I don't agree with the fact that the government chooses to pour millions and millions of dollars into COVID. That is, it is killing and has killed people in our country, which is just the unfortunate nature of life. But it's scary that, you know, this whole deadly virus has come around, and then you don't hear about sexual assault, you don't hear about mental health, you don't hear about people who have died from the actual flu, you don't hear about any of that. It's just COVID. And it's scary because, like you said, it is everywhere.
And it's also like, once like people started catching COVID and all these, because a lot of people have caught COVID now, you know, and they're realizing, oh shit, it was nothing but a little bit of a, I mean, yeah, sure. I will say there are a lot of people out there that got it really bad.
Yeah.
I got it pretty bad. My daughter got it pretty bad. But at the same time, I didn't think I was going to die. I didn't think like I needed to call an ambulance. There are obviously cases where that had to happen. I understand. I'm not brushing that off. I'm just saying for the majority of people at home, 90% of people that don't have like any like health issues or anything where they...
Yeah, me. I'm just agreeing with you.
I thought you were saying there was someone upstairs. It's like, okay, so why are you still pushing this message? We got it. Yes. It's deadly. Yeah. We're going to die. Yeah. We need to get 5 shots or whatever it is, right? We got it now. We know what it is. It gets a bit ridiculous after a while, especially again, once everybody's already caught it and they're not dying. They're surviving, and a lot of people are just treating it like a flu. So when you're still pushing that everywhere on radio, on the news, when you're walking around Countdown or Pack and Save or something, it's just like, oh my God, like...
No, 100%, I completely agree. I think what's scary as well was that when I worked in radio, every single ad, every time we would go to an ad break, it was consistently something to do with COVID, which is scary because it's almost like, and I know this is going to sound tinfoil hat of me, but whatever, it's almost like it's brainwashing because you're consistently hearing the same message over and over again. When are we going to talk about the housing crisis out in South Auckland? When are we going to talk about people that have diabetes and are dying every single day because you keep putting cheap food places into areas that can't afford healthy foods? When are we going to talk about all of that stuff? It's just consistently about COVID. And coming from a place where I firsthand experienced the oversaturation in the market predominantly to do with COVID, it was scary.
Apparently there's a new ad out there where they're now trying to direct it towards people that are like, hi, my name is Sarah, and I was very afraid of getting this vaccine. I was very hesitant, but then you know what? I thought of my family, and we all need to do the right thing, and wank, 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 wank. It's like, if it's not one thing, it's the other. If you're not trying to market for these people over here. Well, now these people are hesitant. So let's put like a $500,000 ad campaign into making sure that they go and get it. And it gets a bit. It's a bit ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, what's ridiculous, right, is that our Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said that once we got to 90% of double dose jabs, that was going to be it. Once we got there, then things were starting to ease off and we're going to start getting back into normal life and blah, blah, blah. And then, you've got to get a booster. And then a fourth shot.
Yep.
And then a 17,000th.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I just wanted to raise that because it's just, it astounds me how much money and effort we have put into getting people to understand what this disease is, and we already know what it is. Now, can you talk about, all the people that are killing themselves? Can you talk about all the suicides? Let's talk about why there's a fast food and liquor store on every corner in South Auckland. Let's talk about that. How does that help health?
There's only so many of us, and if 90% of us are going along with the status quo and there's only 10% of us saying, hey, I don't think this is right, of course people are going to be like, well, I'm not going to listen to you because 90% of us think that this is the right thing is left and you're saying the right thing is right.
Huh?
Yeah, fuck it. I got my left and rights confused. Don't worry about it, cut that bit out. I just want to say the one story about when I went to go get my second jab. I went to go get my second jab. Sitting there, had my jab, whatever, waited outside and you get your little vaccine pass, right? You're sitting there, and I'm reading my vaccine pass and it has this little date underneath the barcode. And I'm going, what's this date? And the lady's like, oh, that's your expiry date. Expiry for what? Oh, the vaccine, you've got to come get another one. What do you fucking mean it's expired? I've got one. Why do I need to come get another one? I thought that you just got your 2 jabs and that was it. You're done. There should be no expiry on a vaccine. Even me, I'm like, this isn't adding up. Like,
because it's a deadly virus that's taking over the system. Therefore, it's going to embrace and calculate and destroy the humanity as itself. And also, there's rock spiders everywhere. No. So, music. Now, Mr. Daniel Hernandez came out of retirement apparently after 2 years. Old 6'9".
Is his name Daniel Hernandez?
Yeah, Hernandez. Because you know how I'm a Mexican. That doesn't sound Mexican. Now, are you a fan of 6ix9ine?
I like the song Trolls with Nicki Minaj.
Oh, that song's terrible.
I thought that was a good beat. When I'm Half Cut is a good song. Other than that, not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. I don't know. I think that he's just like, he's a troll. I have been watching 6ix9ine for the last, 3.5 years. Now, when he first came out, when he came out with all the rah-rah music, it just honestly sounded like what most people hear, which is just a young kid screaming, rah, 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 rah. You know, I actually thought he kind of sounded like Onyx. I know you probably don't know who that is, but his voice was very similar to Onyx. First off, let's just get this out of the way for all the gangsters out there. No, I don't condone in snitching. No, I don't. Oh, because 6ix9ine is thing for snitching, right? Like, that's his whole thing. He snitches on people. That's how he got into jail, isn't it?
No, that's not. So he got
Did he go to jail?
He basically got into jail for linking up with some real gangsters who already had a case running against him. Then he started mingling and doing shit with it. And then once he was going to go down for 60 years, he snitched on them just to get himself out of it, right? Naughty, naughty, naughty. I don't condone that. Now, remove all of that from the situation. Try to, okay? The way I look at this dude, this guy is a marketing genius. I'm going to say that. Fuck what you think about his music. Fuck what you think about his, but the man snitched and fucking it. Well, he didn't snitch on you, did he? He didn't snitch on you. And let's be honest, yes, that's really shit, but fuck, we're from New Zealand. I don't know these fucking people, do I? You don't know them, so... Oh, but that's not the thing, bro. It's just the whole principle. I get it. Oh, so are you saying, Sesh, that you would snitch? No, because I wouldn't get myself in a situation where I would have to snitch or not. He put up a preview on his Instagram the other night, and I'll be honest, the preview he put up, I was like... This song sounds fucking whack. Why don't you release that one that we heard a year ago that you showcased us? Well, guess what? That's the song he put out. And the shit, I'll be honest, man. I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash for this, but the song's fire. Obviously, you know, he's talking about, I'm gonna when I see you, and we know he's not going to. But from an entertainment perspective, the guy is a fucking genius. The guy does it all himself, man. Like, people don't know that ever since 6ix9ine's out, he's been filming and editing his own videos. Who do you think edited Fifi, his biggest song in the world? He did. But nobody knows this. He's just, the reason why I admire someone like 6ix9ine is because he is just a kid who's trying to make something out of nothing. You know what I mean? And yeah, he got caught up in some bullshit and did some shit that, you know, isn't what we, you know, it's not street code or whatever. But at the end of the day, when you actually know the backstory of this dude and you watch what he's doing, like, yes, I believe he is just a normal kid. He's not a gangster. He never was. You know, he was just trying to find a way out of where he came from. You know what I'm saying? And yeah,
and I think that you're recognizing that, yeah, okay, he might put out songs that sound like, what the fuck are you rapping about and what are you singing about? But he's, again, I never thought of that way. He's just a kid trying to make it out of the hood.
To me, it's like there's more to it. It's like I've heard some artists say, why do people like 6ix9ine but they don't like, I'm the real deal, I'm the real, because you don't know how to market yourself. You don't. You think the rainbow colors that he puts in his hair is like, you know, just like a mistake, or he's trying to say that he's like, you know, gay or whatever, like the comment section I see. Like, no, he does that because he knows that it's going to get your attention. Do you understand? He did all the commotion because that's, unfortunately, this kid understands how the algorithm works on social media. Nobody cares about nice things. They care about drama and attention, and he knew that. He knew that. Now, I know it's a bit ridiculous, but at the same time, it's like, again, it goes back to how are you going to get the music out? You can agree or not agree. I honestly can say this. He is not a lyrical miracle rapper. I do not listen to him for, oh my God, the bars he's going to come out with. I listen to him because it's energetic. I listen to that music when I'm like working out and stuff because it puts you in that like rah rah kind of like, you know, zone or whatever. But I'm gonna play you the song real quick.
Play me the song.
Don't watch my face. Ain't no pity pat. Run up on a nigga, give me that. Where your jewelry at? Stupid little nigga, give me that. Where your blicky at? Pull up on him, make it that. Bitch, you know that when I see you, we gon' make it that. I got this Vicky shot. Make a milli rock. Silly Blicky caught a dizzy shot. Made him diddy rock.
Give it to me.
What's really annoying is that I hate that I like the beat a lot. Like, it is produced very well. It is very clean. If you don't like his sound, that's fine. You can judge him on that. But based on the music sound of it, having worked with producers in studios and things like that, I've never heard anyone produce a clean beat like that. Like, the beat is great. It takes the type of person to like the sound of him because he is very like, which is very like
how?
Which is very like, well, out the gate, it's not like, you know, you're singing songy, Drakey type. And the music video, besides, you know, all the twerking and all that stuff.
All the buttholes.
It's, it looks like $1 million music video.
He's calculated in that way that he knows that that's a dope beat. He knows everybody that hears it, even if you hate him, you're going to go like this.
That was me.
Fuck, why do my, because he understands that, you know what I mean? And that's why I say like, and I know people are going to get upset when I say like, he's a genius, bro. He is. I'm sorry. He just is. Like, to me, he's like, when, especially in like the 2017, 2018 thing, he was like, the new Slim Shady in terms of like, remember what it was like? Well, you probably, because you were like 5.
Yeah.
But like when Slim Shady came out, it was like fascinating. It was like, whoa, I've never seen this. And that's kind of what the impact he had when he came out. Like, who else looked like him, sounded like him? And then on top of that, even if you hated him, you caught yourself sometimes going, fuck this beat, man. The reason why I wanted to bring up Tekashi and speak about him, because it kind of falls in and transitions into my next topic, which was to be an artist right now in 2022, I believe you have to come with more than just one talent. You can't just be the rapper or singer anymore. Because I know a lot of artists here in New Zealand that have been putting music out for years or even the last couple years, and nothing is really, there's no movement happening with what they're doing. And a lot of us like to blame like, oh, well, the labels aren't trying to sign me, or stop relying on the labels. And at the end of the day, you need more than just one talent. I believe you can't just be one guy. Like yes, 6ix9ine, for like Tekashi, for instance, is a rapper, and he's got producers with him, etc. But the man has a vision. He knows exactly how he wants his music videos to go. He knows exactly what the marketing plan is. He knows, and I feel like a lot of people these days still rely on that whole thing. Oh, I need somebody to do this. Oh, I need somebody to do that. Who's going to make my beats? Who's going to, and it's like, it's just not going to work. You need more than one talent. What do you think?
Yes, well, thank you for asking me after your passionate chat there, my friend. I think if you have multiple talents as an artist that is coming up, maybe people might not click onto your music. Maybe they'll click onto your short films that you make, or maybe they'll click onto the dancing videos that you do, or the TikToks that you do that are funny. Yeah. I think because attention spans are so small, people are always flicking through different things. They want to find new people. I think there's always been like a fascination of finding a new artist that no one has known yet, and you always want to find new artists or musicians or actors or whatever before they go mainstream, right? So you can say, yeah, I've been there from day dot. You want to be on all types of platforms to just get a bigger audience, I think. So I think I agree with you. I mean, you can't just be a one-trick pony anymore. You got to be a lot more thought out and calculated these days, man, when you're making your moves. It's not just about, oh, yeah, I got a hot song and I got it played on this radio station, so, yeah, I'm the next one coming up. It's like, Docs, think of something outside of the box that's going to get you heard or seen, because just doing the same thing from 1994 or the early 2000s just isn't going to cut it anymore. But yes, right now she's gone to the toilet, so let's just talk more about the rock spiders that are out there. Now I've got nobody to shush me anymore. So yes, what are you doing? Yes, but anyways, she's back now, so I wasn't talking about rock spiders. No! Thanks for tuning in again, guys. We're about to wrap this up. I'm pretty sure we've been filming for like 4 hours now. Yes, it feels like it in all of your passionate rants. Yes, it got a bit intense throughout this podcast, didn't it? Yes, so do you guys still want to sign us to whatever offer you guys are offering us? Hopefully you got through this entire episode again, and hopefully you can see where we're coming from in terms of like our vision for the podcast and where we want to be in the long run. Like, yeah, we're going to talk about some serious stuff, and it's going to get more and more serious as time goes on, so you'll just have to stick around for that. Congratulations to us for 1,000 subscribers after 2 days. I really, really appreciate that. I was like, holy shit, that's mad. Still don't have any giveaways yet. Yes, no, we don't have anything to give away. I'll give away Alex if she wants. I think this was a successful episode. It was successful. Even if it got a little bit heated now and then, I like the passion and the mana that you brought. Yes, I'm all about the manners. So, just wanted to show you, it is going to be a bit more diverse on this platform, you know what I'm saying? It's not just about, what lipstick did Kim Kardashian wear? I don't give a shit about any of that stuff, bro. No, this isn't radio. We're not trying to be like radio. At the end of the day, we do this for the love. We do this for free. Nobody is supporting us, so give us some money. And he put his bank account at the end of the video, not mine, so I'll add it in the comments. Oh, it's our bank account. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share to all your friends, because without you, we are nobody. So thanks so much for coming back for episode 2. We really hope you enjoyed yourself. And see you in episode 3. See you in episode 3, guys. Loves ya. Loves ya.